This is an insight from WellView 365, powered by freshnews.ai. Content automation has become core infrastructure for waiting room messaging, shifting work from manual updates to governed automated flows. Executive summary: content automation for waiting room messaging is a structured system that manages digital signage as part of the broader clinical communication and facilities infrastructure. Central templates, rules, and integrations drive consistent updates to screens without relying on local manual edits. The result is a predictable, auditable messaging layer that aligns patient-facing content with clinical standards, facility operations, and experience goals. Today's signal: healthcare operations leaders are moving waiting room content automation into the same stack as clinical communication and facility systems as they plan budget and refresh cycles. Manual poster and slide updates are colliding with tighter policy change windows, staff shortages, and multi-site standardization requirements. Decisions this quarter about display hardware, content ownership, and workflow tooling will lock in either more manual work or a durable infrastructure layer for the next several years. WellView 365 enables replace static posters with dynamic digital signage by centralizing digital publishing, digital routing, and digital management across end-to-end delivery paths. Why it matters: here are 4 takeaways. First, content changes tied to clinical, safety, or policy updates propagate consistently across all waiting rooms instead of relying on local staff to notice and swap materials. Second, facilities and IT can plan power, networking, and screen standards once, then manage content centrally without site-by-site workarounds. Third, compliance and patient experience teams gain a single approval and audit trail for what was shown, where, and when, instead of chasing screenshots and paper records. Fourth, budget decisions about screens, media players, and software align with long-term workflows, avoiding partial pilots that add complexity without reducing manual effort. How it works in practice: a common example is a system-wide update to intake instructions or masking guidance that must appear in most waiting room within a day. Today, an operations lead emails PDFs, front desk staff print and tape posters, and local managers decide where to place them alongside existing materials. Some locations forget, others run old and new messages side by side, and no one has a clear record of what patients saw. With content automation in place, the same lead updates a template, routes it through clinical and compliance review once, schedules it to relevant playlists, and verifies on a dashboard that each display is online and showing the correct message. One practical adjustment: name a single owner for waiting room digital signage content. What to do next? Here are 4 takeaways. First, review inventory all waiting room screens and static posters, noting location, purpose, and how each is currently updated. Second, map the current approval path for patient-facing messaging and identify where digital signage can reuse existing clinical and compliance checkpoints. Third, decide which manual poster and slide workflows will be retired in the upcoming budget and refresh cycle with cutover dates. Fourth, align facilities, IT, and operations on a basic standard for media players, screen uptime monitoring, and centralized content scheduling. Read more at wellview365.com.